Do you agree, Banchero, our first rookie All-Star in over 10 years?
Those four names are a lot. The ones at the top, Tatum, Embiid. I think a part of me has like that old head type of bias. Like, man, I don't like seeing somebody that doesn't deserve it. But averaging 21, 7, and 5.
Right. He's averaging legit All-Star numbers. It's just that the Magic are 10 games under 500, and he's a rookie.
You almost can't say that Anthony Davis should be an all-star starter then.
And what's up, guys? Another episode of I Got Next podcast, man. Episode 11. You know, we didn't even like pat ourselves on the back for breaking double digits. I know it's not like a major accomplishment,
Good for us.
but we did it. You know?
Good for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got picked up for more than 10 episodes. Good for us. Hell yeah.
The funding can afford us. We are affordable.
Congrats, guys.
Yeah. Oh, we're very affordable.
But again, the usual man, Jerry, Juju, man. Wow, we're off to a terrific start already, man. How you guys doing, man? Everybody good?
We're all sick, man. Tomei's just getting over whatever he's getting
I'm
over. I'm
good.
getting over what I'm getting over. I think
I'm,
you're the
I'm
only survivor at clutch points, Jerry.
I don't think we should say that publicly. It makes it seem like everybody's just like choked up. But hey, I'm cool with it. I'll take it.
no,
It's
we're
fine.
good, man. We're good.
We're making it. It's okay.
New Year's is gone. The post holiday traffic is back in LA. I love it. Just love it. It's back.
Can't
Go back to
relate.
normal.
Move to Charlotte.
New Yorkers still don't want tourists at the tree.
Hey, I might see you in a month, so,
Um,
we'll see. I might be over there in a month.
Let me know, homie.
I got you. I got you.
Let me know, homie. Jerry didn't.
Oh,
I'm just
damn,
kidding.
that's cold.
I don't even know what was said, to be honest. I really don't even know. Okay. Let's just get moving, man. Lots to talk about. Lots to do. Let's roll.
Of course, of course, of course, of course. All right. Obviously, I'm dressed in theme for my team because we do kind of have like a big elephant in the room to discuss. Nets are a top two seed in the East at the midway point through the season, and just like clockwork, the year turns, the calendar flips. The Nets are riding kind of hot, and then all of a sudden, KD goes down again. The timing is almost like ironically perfect every single year. And like, I'm not trying to manifest anything, but I think we got to talk about what their outlook is without KD in the lineup. He's going to be evaluated in 2 weeks, based off like the onset of the injury timeline. So we don't even know what's going to be happening to him as of the recording of this podcast, this episode. So what is the Nets' outlook if KD goes out for like a month and change? Like, what are we looking at here for this team?
I mean, they say we evaluated in 2 weeks. Probably going to be about a month before he ramps back into action. At that point, we're looking at the All Star break. And if you're the Nets, you probably hold him out through the All Star break, bring him back after that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Give him the extra couple of weeks to rest and recover. Look, I mean, it's really poor timing. I mean, they were on a roll. They were playing really well. There's really no way around that part of it. I guess the one thing I would say is that KD's carried such a big load for them so far this year that some rest might not hurt. Obviously, you don't want to see this kind of thing go down. We're lucky that
Right.
it's only a sprain and not a
Right.
tear, because if you watch the injury, it looked pretty bad. Um, so, KD, rest up, come back healthy, and try to make a run for the playoffs. I mean, KD has been one of the best players in the league this year, if not the best. His shooting numbers have been astronomical, especially considering the mid range is one of the least efficient shots in the game currently, and he's out of this world. He's out of this world. Um, I love watching KD. We need him back. It sucks to see, but get healthy, KD.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
the weird
I
thing
think.
is, go ahead, Jer.
Oh no, just really honestly, it's like you said, it's really ironic that it happened like right at this time when they're streaking and they're the second best team in the East right now. I think they have 27 odd wins or something like that. They
Something
just
like that. Yeah.
always happen. KD always happens to get hurt right when things are
Right
just
around this
going in the
time of
right
year,
direction.
it's
Yeah, the
Mariah Carey
team looks
becomes
like they're
relevant
playing.
again. It's tax time, and KD. It's a tradition of the post holiday season, man.
Yeah,
It's
but
kind.
for whatever
You
reason,
know what I mean?
despite that, though, I still kind of feel like they're going to be okay. They're not going to remain in that 2 seed spot. I think they're behind Boston, but I feel like they might drop. to maybe the 3 to 4 spot, depending on how well Kyrie Irving can play on his own. Because the squad
So do
all
you?
together has been
Yeah. So that's my next question because having having Katie out of the lineup with Kyrie in it was always an interesting thought in my mind if the Nets role players were playing well enough. Because all of a sudden you have, especially with Ben Simmons, this is going to be like the real litmus test for if the rest of the Nets players can step up, right? If the rest of Brooklyn can step up to fill the void that Katie left, either on the scoring end collectively or defensively to keep, the floodgates from completely opening on them, right? And you have the surrounding shooters. We don't know what their efficiency is going to look like without KD as the best decoy in the league at the very least. Same deal with Kyrie. We're going to see what happens with. I'm curious to see what their pace looks like. I feel like if I was in one of the coaches' chairs, dream up, the offense might even they're like the backup offense without Katie there would even try to play a little bit faster, maybe try to push the pace a little bit with all the role players that we have. There are a bunch of different uh uh universes that this team can inhabit um without KD as that nucleus of the offense, right? Or of
Yeah.
the team in general. My question is, does this team then, Jerry and Tomer, do they stay a top 5 seed in the East?
I
you guilty.
I don't know if Jared was. Yeah, I'm not particularly worried about them. I think they can stay a top five seed because they have the help. I think we see a lot of times, like I think in the NBA, the Clippers and kind of Nets get likened to each other because of the injury proneness of their stars and being the secondary
Right,
teams in their cities.
right,
Um,
right.
and so what I think the Nets have going for them is that through this stretch here, they have a good sample size of games with Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant playing together. They played 24 games together. I know that doesn't sound that crazy, but out of the 41, 42 games, considering that Kyrie was suspended, KD missed time, Ben missed time, like that's not bad. I think that's a good amount of time. And when you look at the Clippers, for example, like Paul George and Kawhi Leonard have not played together more than 15 games. They've been healthy,
Mhm.
fully healthy for 4 games. So like, I'm not so worried about the Nets because they are in the East, which has been super competitive this year compared to the West. They have some good rhythm. They've built some rhythm together. Coaching kind of knows what they want to do. So I'm not really concerned about them. I think even if they do fall to like the 3, 4, maybe 5, don't think it's overly concerning because again, KD will come back post All Star, hopefully, and they can kind of pick back off, after a month and a half of rest and
Okay,
make a run for the playoffs.
okay,
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't really see them tapering off, especially falling outside of
okay.
that top 5 seed range. It doesn't really feel realistic unless they sustain another major injury. And plus, I
Sure.
low key kind of like the depth of the Nets, especially having TJ Warren kind of as a guy that they could throw in and have him started at 3 to 4 spot. The guy was a professional scorer, has been most of his career. Seth Curry's there. Joe Harris is still getting his legs under him. Like the unit itself looks sustainable to at least hold out above 500 for the next month or so, however long that KD is going
Okay,
to be out. And plus,
okay,
well, Mary hit it on the head though, just with the chemistry talk. These guys have played several games together at this point. Probably more game, well, definitely more games or so than the Clippers duo, obviously, and the rest of the roster. But even probably more games than AD and LeBron probably have in LA. So
hmm
I
hmm
like the Nets' odds of staying a top 5 team to not have to worry about that playing drama like they did a couple years back.
So that again, like I totally see your points. Believe you all me, and we're not even mentioning the other potential All Star, at least according to the fan voting. We'll get to that in a second. Nick Claxton. Um, but hey, man, the Nick Claxton glow up is semi-real, semi-real. Um, but speaking as a fan, I can't help but have that PTSD of being a top 4 seed potentially, and then Katie going out during the turn of the calendar and us dropping to the seventh, eighth, ninth for a couple of months. It's really, really, really rough sledding historically for this team without Katie in the mix.
Well,
So this year's squad might be different. They've been playing different, so I'm not as worried. And obviously, like the numbers speak for themselves. Just
yeah,
PTSD.
I understand. I understand 100%. but I think having Jock Vaughn instead of Steve Nash should settle you a little more, especially on the
Okay,
defensive side of the ball.
you're right.
That's where
You're
they
right.
made leaps and bounds at under Vaughn this year. So you should
You're right.
like your chances.
You're right.
It shouldn't be a repeat of what we saw last year.
Okay.
No, it
Okay.
should be fine.
Okay.
I'm not too worried about it. It should be fine.
Okay. In that case, I will move on to that because Nick Claxton, after the second round of fan return voting, is the ninth most highest fan voted front court player in the East. The fan voting has been wild this year. There are no like Andrew Wiggins level surprises, but after two returns, we are having some wild things coming. One spot above Nick Claxton is Paolo Banchero of the Orlando Magic.
Yeah,
We've
I
had a
mean,
history, a mini history of these like and I do want to center this around Paolo. He's a rookie averaging unreal rookie numbers. And we have had more precedent than I thought for rookies being all-stars in this league. Does he deserve, for example, if KD does go down, does he deserve a reserve all-star role in place of KD?
On UT.
uh, Paolo Banchero should 1,000% be an All Star this year. Um,
Okay,
I don't I don't
yes.
even think there's a
Okay.
question about it. Because I mean, you
Okay.
look at the front court. KD, Giannis, Tatum, and Embiid. Sure, they're gonna get in. Jimmy Butler plays for
Hmm.
Miami. Will get in. Pascal Siakam.
Hmm.
After that, I mean, you do need a lot of forwards, and I know that there are two wild card spots that coaches usually pick. There will be the injury
Hmm.
substitutions as well. I don't see
Hmm.
why Banchero won't get in. I mean, he's averaging, I want to say 20, that'd be 21, 7, and 4 as a rookie.
Yep.
I know because he plays for
I will
Orlando
tell
and
you,
there's this
Tomer,
guy named Wembanyama.
you are
Like,
you are you do have the six names ahead of Bankero in the East. I want you to try and name the seventh.
um, it's a popularity contest. I know who it is. Um,
Who is it?
I mean, look, I don't think Kyle Kuzma's going to get there.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I,
He's ahead of Bankero.
yeah, I don't think I looked at it this morning. That's why I kind of cheated. I had it this morning.
Oh, okay, 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 okay,
Um,
okay, okay,
but
okay.
yeah, I don't think it'll be anything crazy like that. Where Banchero doesn't get it over Kuzma. Banchero 100% deserves
Mhm,
it. Orlando deserves an All Star in Banchero this year, and I think they will get it. So,
mhm,
I mean, if you want to talk All Star surprises, Laurie Markkinen is sitting seventh in front court behind guys like Paul George, Andrew Wiggins, who both of whom missed a lot of time. Zion Williamson has missed time. AD has missed time. I know Utah. I know Vernon Maxwell likes to say there's no internet in Utah, but come on, seventh?
I I will say Paul George. I kind of understand like name recognition wise. Andrew Wiggins is pretty damning, considering Golden State season thus far. But Laurie Markkinen is going to be is going to be on the bench for this team for sure. I don't doubt that at all. Um, we'll keep talking more All Star spots. Like for example, Austin Reeves making it for LA.
Ahead of De'Aaron
We lost my
Fox.
Listen, listen. I understand. I get it. Um, but it's that's fans are wild.
like you said,
You wanted your Zaza Pachulia this year. It's that.
it's just a big popularity contest, right? So
It is. It
that's
is.
that's why we're going to see this
Za-
type of stuff.
Zaza was close to starting though. I mean, there was
Yep.
legit
Yeah,
fear that he could start. I mean, I don't think Reeves
Yep.
is starting. This is gnarly,
No,
man.
no, no, no,
This is
no, no.
crazy.
But you want your Zaza name. There's always going to be one name that freaks everyone out, and it's this year. It's Austin Reeves in ninth place. Um,
Derrick Rose still top 10 in voting for guards.
hey man, I like he's the guard representative from New York. The way that they're playing, I do think that they deserve one of Julius Randle and one other
It'll be
guy. You know what I
Brunson.
mean?
It'll be Brunson.
Um,
I don't think it'll be Randall. It'll be
yes.
Brunson.
it'll be Brunson.
Yeah.
It will be Brunson. The fans, of course, are going to pick Derrick Rose over Brunson. I still feel like New York fans are wiling out. Like they do that. That's like a thing. Um, I want to check the jersey number sales in New York because I have a feeling Derrick Rose still somehow leads the team in
Probably.
jersey sales.
Probably.
Anyway, probably. So Jerry, do you agree? Bankero, our first rookie All Star in over 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, the four names, those four names are a lot. the ones at the top, Tatum, Embiid, you know, those I don't even have the list pulled up, but I just know like
Right.
Giannis, all of those guys are going to be locks, especially with the three front court spots, and then one of them will come off the bench. I think the other names I heard you mention was Siakam, Kuz, and a couple other people. I think it only
Hmm.
makes sense, especially since his game is already polished. When we see Paulo play, I see an NBA ready
Hmm.
player, even when he was back at Duke.
Hmm.
So I really,
Hmm.
it's hard for me to say no. 'Cause I think a part of me has like that old head type of bias. Like, man, I don't like seeing somebody that doesn't deserve it. But averaging 21, 7, and 5
Right.
is I
He's
can't
at he's averaging legit all-star numbers. It's just that the Magic are 10 games under 500, and um he's a rookie. So
it's
what are you gonna
the
do?
award you got to
Well,
give. Like
then you can't say that. You almost can't say that Anthony Davis should be an All-Star starter then, because he's missed a lot of time and their team is pretty bad. LeBron, I get, because
Oh, I'm talking
he's
about
a legacy.
I'm talking about purely the I'm just talking purely about the rookie tax. Like
Oh,
that's
rookie.
that's a real
Yeah.
thing.
Okay. Okay. Rookie only.
The,
Got it.
like on top of the 10 wins under 500 thing. Believe you me, like after like the injury thing with AD is its own thing. The Lakers record is its own thing, but the rookie tax for Paolo, that's the kind of what I'm asking about.
yeah,
Um
no, he has a
uh
spot. He definitely has a spot. Like he should have a seat already on that bench
okay.
to be playing in Utah next month.
Okay.
I think he deserves it.
Okay. I agree with no, listen, I agree with all. 21, 7 and 4 is no joke. That's legit stats right there. Um and then finally, speaking of AD, uh I don't like to dive into rumors too much, or add on to the rumor pile, nor do I want this to turn into like the LeBron show or anything like super centralized like that. But year two, year three, year four on a team, on the same team, LeBron starts to get wandering eyes. He starts getting tired about the pieces around him. Count that double now with the Lakers. He's saying that his scoring record that he's probably going to get this season isn't as worth it because the team's not winning. There's a lot of disgruntled LeBron talk coming from LA. Do we think that LeBron finishes his career there still? What do we think is the best move for him? Because he's in year 20, LeBron is averaging still 29, 8 and 8,
Did Did anyone think
or
LeBron was
right
going to
around
finish
that.
his career
So
with the Lakers?
I have a feeling that that more than than we all three thought would. Um, it was either the Lakers or wherever his son was going to play.
That's what I was going to
So
assume. But it might be the Lakers. I just assume
might
whatever
be the
team picks
Lakers.
him is gonna get him. That's what I assumed.
Well, okay, so better question: does LeBron start next season in LA?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Next
For sure.
season, yes. I think next season for
Next
sure.
season,
The
yes.
only
Okay,
reason I could see him
okay,
deciding to stay on Laker was because of the guarantees and stuff that Magic made originally when he came there, right? To have the
right,
whole
right, right,
off-brand type of logo that you wanted to build up your business,
right.
be the face of Nike in LA. So you could be a celebrity and not get pummeled over in any other city. LA just filled with them, so you walk like a normal guy.
Hmm.
I think LA just fits his
Hmm.
star power. That's the only reason I could actually see him staying. But I'm pretty sure
Okay,
wherever his son gets drafted
okay.
to, in OKC or wherever,
So
he
so
could.
let's pose a more interesting question. Take Bryce, Bronny out of the equation. Let's just pretend that they decided to be like MJ sons and open their own sneaker store instead, right? What happens to LeBron? Where does he go if not LA? If he's this disappointed in them, and he's still the top vote getter in the West, and 29, 8 and 8, a 30-point triple double average, pretty much like as a damn near 40-year-old. Where does he go?
Doesn't matter
What do
what
you
the
do if you're
Lakers
LeBron?
record is. If you take Bryce and Bronny out of the equation, doesn't matter what the Lakers record is. He's not leaving.
He doesn't leave.
Yeah,
No.
He stays.
I
I mean,
think.
You
this
would
I
guy's
like.
think.
so invested in the off the court stuff here with brands, with whether it's Nike, the production company, Spring Hill, Uninterrupted, the shop that he's so invested in the off the court stuff. His family loves it here. Like, there's just you're not making a move as a hail mary for one final championship when you've played 20 some years and won four of them already. I just don't see it from him. It's really hard. That's a really hard ask of your family, in my opinion, especially when his daughter's starting to go to school now too. So
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
point, right? Everything just makes too much sense. Even with Bronny possibly coming into the league in a couple years, like it's a big ask
So
for LeBron
so
to move his family to wherever Bronny's going to be playing
yeah,
basketball
major.
at.
and listen, I understand it's a big ask, but it's the same thing with any giant winner icon like titan in this league, right? Obviously, like with your Kobe's, your Duncans, they had their twilight years. LeBron is fine having his Jordan Wizards years in LA, averaging 29, 8, and 8 until the day that his hair finally full turns white and he's good.
Yeah, I like Tomer said, man.
If his sons don't go to the draft.
You put in 20 years into the game. Possibly when your son comes in 22 years into the game, and you're still going to be. We all probably could assume that LeBron's still going to be playing at a very high level by the time he's 40. He could still average at least 20 points, at least 8 assists, or whatever. You're still going to be a really high level player, but the main things that's going to
Mhm.
draw you to the city or keep you in the city rather is the off court benefits. He's building a bigger brand off the court right now to try to make it like overcome his on the court presence. Because his goal is to own a team, right? Someday you're gonna have to stay out west to do that. If they're especially if they want to expand into Vegas or something, or like whatever type of off court projects he has going on. I don't know, but I know he has a lot of money tied up into different parts of like several different businesses to try to figure out how to grow more money, keep making more money. Like Bronny's gonna be a big time lure for maybe that'll get him to actually jump ship and try to go play in whatever smaller market franchise might draft him. But again, that's a huge ask
So
for you to
at this
actually
point
move
in
your
his
family
career,
again just to play with your son. I don't know.
okay, okay. I listen. LeBron was the one to start the player empowerment relative movement, right? The modern version of what we see, right? So with him voicing his dissatisfaction, you never really know the king. So I don't know if I would be the most surprised to see him entertaining some thought of going somewhere else. Obviously, like knowing him, he's an incredible family man. He's an incredible businessman, and LA is his base. But you never know. Figured that I'd ask. Anyway, like those are the main big things. I do want to frame everything else. All of our big updates um, coming up with these games with y'all and break it down for real. But I know Jerry, you wanted to bring something up, didn't you? Why don't we start with yours?
Yeah, sure. So it's just one game because I was writing a script for some content earlier, and I was just going through some numbers, and yeah, I just thought I'd slap this game out on y'all real quick, man. Who has the most career wins just for an individual player? Can you give me the top five? Because I think number one's pretty easy. But can you give me the top five? And I'll give you guys 10 guesses.
10 guesses. Number one, Tim
It's
Duncan.
Uh, I'm not going to deduct points for wrong
No, not
claims. It's
not in
not number
order. Not in order. Not in order. No,
Okay.
no, no, not in
yeah,
order.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
like
yeah,
he's an
yeah, yeah, no,
easy
no. Yeah,
guess. Number
Tim
one
Duncan.
guess.
Yeah, I'm putting Kareem up there.
Kareem is up there as well. Yes.
LeBron.
You said who?
LeBron.
Ooh. LeBron is not in
No,
the
he's
top five.
not.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
can I ask what the top just overall number is for most wins?
Yeah.
Most
Is this
wins
regular season only or
is
playoffs as well?
playoffs is included as well.
Okay,
And
LeBron's not top five.
Jerry, we're going to the very beginning of NBA history, right?
Um, there's actually no name. I'll give you guys a little hint. There's no name before the '80s on this top five.
Okay, okay. So I like okay, that takes out one of my guesses at least, a
Yeah.
couple of my guesses. Um, any Tomer, I have a
Kobe played
feeling that
enough,
Shaq is
didn't
on this list.
Shaq didn't play enough. I don't think he didn't.
S-
Did he?
some bad seasons though.
He had some bad
I
teams.
don't
I'm
know.
saying. Um,
No. Kobe had some bad teams.
no,
This
but
this
but
is
think about playoff
actually the list that
longevity.
I'm looking at. I'm seeing it now. This is for the regular season. The list that I'm looking at is just regular season. No postseason wins, just regular season.
No postseason. You have to include.
Mm,
I think you have to include either Tony Parker or Manu Ginobili in this. One of those two. Whoever came first.
I'll put let's put up Manu. Manu.
Did Tony? Didn't Tony
Manu.
come first?
I don't think so. Did he?
Let's go Manu. That's fine. Let's go Manu.
I'm pretty sure Manu.
Manu Ginobili is wrong.
Oof.
Damn. Tomer, if you want to put Tony up there, I don't know how many guesses that we've already used.
You have used four because you got Kareem, Tim Duncan, then you use your next two on Bron and Manu. So your two guesses were correct, two were wrong. So you have four total.
What was the Iron
Jordan
Man
didn't play
for
long
the
enough.
Lakers? Who was the guy that played all those games? Was it what was his name?
The Iron Man for the
Yeah,
Lakers.
the guy who played all the games consecutive in a row. Is he someone you consider?
Who you're thinking of, I'll tell you right now, it is not a Laker. Because
Okay.
it's regular season wins. That's the last hit I'm going to give you. I'm being too nice here. That's it,
Okay.
though.
At that point, you might have to include Dirk Nowitzki.
I was gonna say Dirk next. Yeah.
Let's just do it.
So
Sure.
close. Dirk is six on the
Oh,
regular
get out of
season win.
here!
Damn.
Come
Not
on,
in the
man.
top.
Okay, since 1980, Hakeem didn't play long enough.
Dikembe played a while. Is he enough
Dikembe played a
for
while, but I don't think that he played on enough good teams. That's the thing.
who
It
played for a
has to
long
be.
period of time?
I have a feeling that there's at least one non-All-Star on this list.
Probably.
Um, like some Udonis Haslam motherfucker type.
Maybe
Like you know what I
Udonis
mean?
Haslam.
He has been playing for a long, long time, but
But
no,
he didn't play in the. I didn't play
can't
in
be.
those games.
Yeah. Damn.
Darius Small though makes me think Udonis might be on it.
Put it up. Put it up, Tom. Put it up, Tomer.
All
Let's
right,
try it.
I
you
don't.
going Udonis?
I don't want to know if I want to waste a pick on that.
I
I
mean,
don't.
you
No, no.
got
Let's,
you're
let's no, no. Let's wait. I don't know if I want to risk a pick on Udonis this early.
Tomer,
So
I have a feeling. I really do have a feeling that Shaq is on this list.
go for it. I'm good with that.
Shaq.
let's see.
I don't think he played enough, but
Shaq
I
is
think.
top 15, not top five.
yeah,
Damn
he didn't
it.
play enough. Yeah.
So
1980.
you have
We have
used
to get a.
yeah,
I think
you have
we have to
four.
get 100% of these, right? Okay. Tomer, we got to start thinking older people. Um, like Malone maybe, or Stockton.
Oh, duh. Yeah,
Uh,
Stockton Malone.
Boom! There you go. Now you're working here.
Bro,
Both of them
how did
are
we
on
forget
there.
both of
about
them.
those two?
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I wasn't sure how far back into the 80s they played.
No, they were like
Um,
mid '80s to late '90s.
So there's one more person on this list. Now this person, Tomer, who you were thinking about with the Lakers, was AC Green. I'm pretty sure,
Oh,
but
yes.
this person
mm,
played a very long time. Probably, I don't have anything pulled up on his career, but I feel like mid 80s, even into the early 2000s, is when he might have retired, or late 90s. Played a long time. Can't tell you the team, but I can give you that information.
We think
the way
about
that
Scottie
Jerry is making
Pippen.
it seem,
What do you think about
You
Scottie
have two
Pippen?
more guesses left. You want to use Scotty?
I'm asking Julian. He
He
played a
did play all
lot
that
of
time.
Rockets. Did he play Rockets? I don't know.
He
Blazers. He
played
played.
that time. He didn't miss us. Yeah, he played a long time. Um,
Bulls won a lot with him. Blazers won a lot with him.
played in the late '80s to the 2000s. I see. Okay, so outside of Scottie Pippen, I'm thinking of two people: Scotty Ewing and Hakeem.
I don't think Hakeem played long enough to have that many wins. How long did he play? I don't think he played
He
long
played
enough to
into the
win.
late '90s. Those weird Raptors years.
Yeah, I would go. I would guess Ewing. I don't think he played long enough, but Ewing, I'm willing to get. It has to be someone who played a long time, and that's like either one of those jazz guys like Hornacek or a Scottie Pippen. Someone who played a long time but was healthy. It has to
I
be like
mean,
a Hornacek or a Pippen.
go ahead and choose Scotty. I think Hakeem was an underrated Iron Man. Okay, Scotty. Let's go, Scotty. I'll trust Tomer's judgment on this one.
Scottie Pippen
That's
is
wrong.
wrong.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's wrong.
Who was it?
No, no, we have one more guess.
You have one more guess.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay,
And
okay.
I misguided you guys a little bit. I'm sorry. He played in the late 70s all the way
You
to the late 90s. Sorry.
Sorry,
you
sorry, I
mon.
got you to waste your pick. Anyways, here's your last clue.
Look. I'm a
Right.
good guy. I'm a good guy. You have two picks still. You still had two picks.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I was gonna say because like in that range, like Scott, like that's only what 13 seasons for Scotty.
I'm just guessing from the '80s to the 2000s. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, right, and I know that he won a lot, but um,
This is the only
okay,
player.
so
This is the only player in this list that I'm pretty sure was drafted before the 80s, and it's like late 70s when he got on.
we don't have that many options, Tomer. I keep thinking Isaiah Thomas in my head. I don't think that's it. Oh
Julius?
no, 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 no! It's Robert Parrish. It has to be Robert Parrish.
Oh yeah, that man
Robert
was
Parrish.
good shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Played like
So
all the games.
I'll read off the top five. The top five is Kareem with 1,074. Robert Parrish is number two with 1,014. Tim Duncan with 1,001. Stockton has 953 and Malone has 952. Regular season wins.
Where is? Can I ask where LeBron is on this list?
LeBron is behind Dirk at seven.
Okay, okay,
Only 7 wins
gotcha.
behind. I see now.
Damn, the Lakers definitely better pick it
By the way, Tony Parker was ahead of Ginobili. Tony Parker was
Yeah.
He
seventh,
was
eighth.
okay.
Yeah,
You know, I'm kind of
Okay, that's a
surprised
good
you
game.
got the name Parrish first. I was really expecting that to be like the first name off the board. But
I think it's just we just think you just think of like the overwhelming like the championship like behemoths, right? That we think of. That's all.
just the fact he did that
No, but
20 plus years, though, that's
Parrish
crazy.
Parrish is like Parrish is like one of those like Cal Ripken names. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you know like they set a record number for like games played, games won, and then you don't really like think about it, and then you're like, oh my god, Cal Ripken. Um. So okay, coming back to me. Setting getting into this time of the season, we have our mid-season report cards. Going round just round table, quick analysis. Go with the beat. Just gonna pick some of the biggest teams off the top of my dome. Um, Cavs mid-season report card, 26 and 16.
Hmm. I I think I'd give the Cavs an A. You know, getting Donovan Mitchell for that haul, everybody thought, oh, wow, he's not going to be the guy to push the Cavs over the top. They should have just continued to grow organically with Darius Garland, Mobley, and Allen.
Mhm,
I don't think that Donovan Mitchell is the guy. Well, now he's arguably a top 10 MVP candidate right now. The man had a
mhm,
70-point double double, and shit, his numbers look damn near identical to Kobe's MVP here. So I'm gonna
mhm.
give them a solid A. I really like what the Cavs have done.
The way that I shat on them prior to the season, I have to give them an A plus. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll give them an A as well. I think
Yeah.
Mobley's still developing. Jared Allen's playing well. Donovan Mitchell's obviously doing what he's doing. Garland. Yeah, I like it. I like what they're doing. I think they have a good nucleus, a good kind of group of guys who can all help, and I look forward to seeing what they can do in the playoffs. Really, because they're an interesting team. They're a very interesting team, to be honest.
Yeah. Um, Going out west, we have the Suns midseason report card.
D.
They're sitting
They're getting
right
a
under
D.
500.
They're getting a D from me. And honestly, it's not because they're. I mean, they haven't been healthy. It's really just
They're
that.
not playing bad. They're not playing good either, but they're not playing bad
But
bad.
you can't expect much out of a team
But
that's
we
missing their
expect it.
top three players. Aiden's missed some
Yeah.
games.
That's
Booker's been
true.
out for a month.
That's
Chris
true.
Paul's not doing. I mean, we know why they're missing time and why they're losing games, but it doesn't make it any easier. So I got to give them like a D. I expected a big bounce back year from them, especially after they got bounced by the Mavs last year. Um, Beautifully bounced by the Mavs, I should say, and we haven't seen that. So I'll give them a D plus, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna give them some injury, or not injury, but like missed time. I'm gonna give them a grade of C minus, parenthetically incomplete.
Yeah, nah. I honestly, that's you took the words right out of my mouth.
They
I
have to
think,
turn. They have to turn in their homework. Like I don't see what we're doing here.
yeah, like at this point, Devin Booker has a hammy injury, man. Hammy injuries are super nagging, and he was playing like an MVP candidate before he went down. I don't think this team would be sitting at the bottom feeder of the West or 7 or 8 seed just if Devin Booker was healthy. I think they'd at least be in the 5 to 4 range or something like that, just because
You could say that
Booker's
for a lot
really
of
that
teams,
good.
though.
You're right. You're right. But I really feel like Phoenix, it's the same exact thing, basically, right? I feel like they would have, and Cam Johnson's hurt as well, obviously. But I really feel like this team would be in a better spot right now. I'm gonna give them a C minus. I'm gonna be in between you guys, right? I think a C minus is fair. There's just some extra credit work that needs to be done once D Book returns.
Honestly, I feel like I'm being a little bit generous because there's a malaise around this team, and I don't feel good about them. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I just
Yeah.
don't feel good about like the energy that's coming off of this team.
for sure.
Um,
Let me ask them. Let me ask them
Back out east.
since
No, go ahead, go ahead.
well, I don't know if you have them on. Do you have the Clippers on your list, Julian?
I'm about to.
Okay, go for it. I'll let you.
In a couple of rounds. In a
Go
couple of
for it.
rounds, we'll get there. But for now, I do want to talk about the Bucks sitting at 27-14, third seed in the East, doing super well. I don't feel great about them. They're feeling like they've been quietly excellent. I'm giving them a B plus.
Hmm. Um,
Brooke Lopez still is like a league leading blocker, so
yeah, I'm gonna
it's
go.
wild to me.
I'm gonna go A minus, man. I think it's like championship teams. Regular season doesn't really matter that much. They just have to make sure they're good enough to keep home court advantage. I don't
Yeah,
think they're playing better than like a Boston or a Denver even right now, but I do
right.
think they're still in that top 5 team range. They're just kind of coasting.
Okay.
And Giannis looks like he's. It's not full. I'm gonna stomp my fucking foot through the pedal in the car type of like drive that I'm seeing out of Giannis right now. It's like more. I'm putting this
Yeah.
on cruise control at 90 miles per hour, but I'm chilling right now. But I'm still playing hard.
Okay.
But I'm chilling.
All
I'm
right.
gonna give them. The Bucks are my favorite to come out of the East. I'm gonna give them a B minus. Debating between B minus and C to be honest, because even though they started the season out 9-0, the first 9 games they were undefeated. They're only 18-14 since that start, which is not great. But again, they're kind of lucky that the rest of the East is kind of mid, and their great start kind of helped them. So, um, is there a question there?
No, no, no. I just feel like the East is a lot more competitive than we're all thinking.
Well, the top
No,
tier of the East is we're talking Boston, Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Philly, Cleveland, and then it's just drop. It's a major drop off for me. So
That's
after
fair.
those 5 6
That's fair.
teams, like you should be able to handle business with the rest of those guys. The Hawks, the Knicks, whoever it is, you should be able to handle business. And I don't think the Bucks have done that completely. Granted, Middleton has been injured. They're waiting to figure out what's going on with him, and he should be back pretty soon. But look, 18-14 is not a great record. You're still over 500, but not great.
Not great.
So
Yeah,
Yep.
um,
Yep.
I'll give them a
I
B
just think
minus.
they're mostly right now. I don't think they're really fully engaged in
No, that's
trying
fair.
to like go out there and bludgeon.
No, they're doing like the post championship team version of treading water.
That's fair. But like
Yeah,
you can't blow a 15-point lead against the Bulls with like 4 minutes to go,
Oh
three
yeah,
minutes to go. You
it's
can't
pretty
be
bad.
doing that kind of stuff. So these
Yeah,
wins will
good.
matter for seeding and home court advantage, and Bucks will want that. So
yeah.
I'm gonna give them a B minus.
Like they don't feel as overwhelming as they did in like previous years.
It's because Middleton hasn't been
Um,
here though. But yeah,
that's true. That's a good caveat. We can also throw in an incomplete for them as well. Speaking of incomplete, the Clippers. Let's talk about them. Midseason report card.
That is the greatest segue in this podcast's history. Oh my gosh. Tomer,
uh,
remember at the start of this thing, I picked the Clippers to come out the West. Episode one, I was feeling high and mighty on the Clips, man, but shit. You got me thinking I'm an idiot. With how the Clippers look right now, like shit, man. I think I gotta go like a C minus right there for the Clips, man. It's just
I think it has to be a D for me.
a D. I mean, it's a lot of
Right.
injuries, right? Everybody's in
I understand.
the
I understand that it's a lot of injuries, but we've been hyping up the Clippers like they go 10, 12 deep. Like all of these platitudes. And again, they're sitting at the sixth seed, one game above 500. Um, as of the recording of this podcast. So also incomplete.
you know,
Parenthetical, but
to be honest,
it's
what does it for me, why I can't go D, is because I'm believing in Ty Lue to kind of get this shuffle sorted out once he has his
okay.
full deck of cards, right? That's Ty Lue's
Okay.
one of the better
Fair enough.
coaches in the league. I'm just kind of trusting in your man, Tomer. Like I'm trusting Ty Lue.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
not the biggest. See that might that's the difference. I'm not the biggest Ty Lue stan out of all of us.
Um,
I'm not. He's a fine coach as far as coaches go. I don't think he's like a top 3, 5 coach in the league. So I don't know.
Name your top 5 coaches in the league.
Hold on, wait. I want to hear your grade
No,
before
no.
he does that. I want to hear your grade first.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
My
yeah.
grade is probably. I don't like that incomplete nonsense. I feel like you just got to give them a grade because it is what it is. So
No,
for me,
no. Like the incomplete thing is a joke. Like go. It's a D for me. It's a
yeah,
D.
for me, it's definitely. I think it's a C minus. I'm very close to a D, but they are over 500, so I'm gonna give them that. Give them a C minus. They haven't been able to stay healthy. They've played 4 games healthy all year. Kawhi and PG have played 15 games together out of 43 now. Um, for whatever reason, they took until like this week to run out their wing stop lineup of all wings, when that's what everyone's been asking for, and that's what was hyped in the preseason and training camp. Yeah, the wing stop lineup, man, all 5 wings. You got Terrence Mann at the point guard. Like you have a legitimate unit there, and they just haven't used it until now. So I'm gonna give them a C. Really need to see them get healthy because I kind of agree with Julian in that we've been on this Clippers hype train for a few years now and it hasn't really come to fruition. So
Yep.
it's kind of time to stay healthy, uh, put it together. I mean, last year was kind of an exception because Kawhi wasn't there; he was injured. But um, this has got to be the year for them. It's been off to a rough start. This has got to be the year. I'll give them a C minus because it's not a great first half of the season. I think they really need to pick it up in the second half. Finish with like a maybe like a 30-10 type of record or 25-15 type of record. Um, just to solidify some games together and go from there. So I'll give him a C minus. It's not great. Hasn't been great so far.
Okay. Okay. If you want my top five, in no particular order. Again, this is with like historical context. Okay, if you'll just allow me that, if you please.
For sure.
Because I will mention Steve Kerr in my top five. Like he earns that for me.
Okay.
Same with Greg Popovich. Duh. Um, I have to give top five status to Joe Mazzulla right now.
No, stop. What? Top 5 coach in the
I
NBA.
do.
He's 5 months, 4 months into his
I do.
tenure.
Right now? Right now? Yes. Also, we're not interrupting my game to have this yet. We can talk about this later.
One more.
Spo's in my top five as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
No. That's four. That's four. And then Carlisle.
right.
I agree with those four, and I would just replace Missoula with Ty Lue. I think that's pretty easy. I don't know how Missoula
Okay.
gets top five uh,
Okay.
honors from you.
That's fine.
That's shocking.
If not Missoula, my six would be Nick Nurse.
Okay.
That YouTube commenter was right. Madman. It was pretty accurate for this man.
I listen. Li- tell me this. Tell me this. I like. We okay. We're not going to interrupt this. This is my show. Damn it.
Handle.
It's your
We'll
world,
talk about that later. We can crucify me for my top five at a later date. But even later in this podcast. But for now, I do want your midseason grade for the Pacers.
man. Ooh. Oh.
I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them. Let me just double check their standings, their record. 23-19. I'm giving them an.
They're 23-19.
I'm gonna give them an
Oh, you're giving
A.
them an A.
I'm gonna give them an A because Tyrese Halliburton is probably going to be an All Star this year. Hopefully, he stays healthy. He just suffered an injury the other night, but he's going to be an All Star. Buddy Hield is playing just at his career numbers from 18-19 with the Kings.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
Miles Turner's looking good. He's staying healthy. They're getting good production from guys like Nemhart, from the rookie Benedict Mathurin. Like they've got a squad over there. They got a really really good squad,
Yep.
top to bottom. So I'm gonna give them an A because I don't think anyone expected them to be not only.
Nope.
I mean, they're tied with the Knicks for a playoff spot, not a play-in spot, a playoff spot.
A
So
playoff spot.
yeah, A for sure.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I give them A as well because they already overachieved and exceeded expectations. As to at the start of the season, everybody was thinking they'd be a lottery team, looking to add Wimbenyama or maybe draft Scoot or add anybody else in that loaded draft class. Uh, Julian's top five coach and Rick Carlisle has done a fantastic job turning this young bunch around and actually getting Miles Turner to buy in instead of wanting to buy his way to the Lakers like it was rumored to happen at the start of the season for Russell Westbrook, right? I think all the young guys on this team, the core is Halliburton, possibly Miles Turner if he re-signs, Mathurin, and then we forgot about Duarte, who's just been hurt with injury. So
Duarte. Yep.
I love
Thank you for mentioning Mathurin, by the way. I love Benedict Mathurin.
I look at
Um,
all the young guys on this team. They get an A for me.
absolutely.
I'm trying to find the over under
Okay.
predictions on the Pacers real quick. I think many sports book, if I'm not mistaken, had them about 24, 25 wins. They're at 23 already.
At this point in the season,
I
Crazy.
yeah,
really good job there.
it's wild,
Julian,
wild.
before you
Um,
go, I just want to say that the Kings and Pacers really had the most balanced trade that we've probably seen in a long
oh yeah, I underrated. I underrated the importance of Sabonis to the Kings. I think I shat on them, shat on him low key at the beginning of this during our first episode, and I apologize to you, Demontis Sabonis. Like I really do.
Hey, y'all remember when I
Like
said the Kings were going to make
I
the
slept on you.
playoffs?
Yes, man, we do. Julian, you're great.
Okay, just checking.
Hey man, Kings top four seed, 22-18 in the West. Like we can just go like person by person, triple A, duh. Um, that like I'm not going for anything obvious right now. Um, last one. I want to talk about Dame and the Blazers. They started off wildly hot. Anthony Simons is still playing great. They're 2 games under 500 in the 11th seed in the West, just above the Lakers.
I'm gonna go C. I I didn't really expect them to keep up that blazing hot start. People were thinking they were gonna go deep into the playoffs or whatever. That's still a possibility potentially, but man, it's Damian Lillard and the rest, man. Jeremy Grant's a great addition to the team. Like what he's done.
Hmm.
Anthony Simons has taken leaps in his development, looking like a CJ 2.0. I like the team. It's just not good enough to contend.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Tomer.
they made moves to improve this offseason. They got Jeremy Grant. They got Josh Hart last offseason. Um, so I think they made moves to help this team get better. The West is just tough. The West is just really, really tough. You go on a 2, 3, 4 game losing streak and you drop 3 or 4 spots. Technically, right
Yeah,
now they're basically what, a game and a half out of the 6th seed, even though they're sitting at 11. So the West is still really tight. Anything could happen for them. I really think that Jeremy is kind of cooled off, Dame is kind of cooled off, Anthony's kind of cooled off, but they could pick it back up and then they could be back. But for me, I got to give them a C, just because they're kind of just middle of the pack, right? You really don't want to be here, middle of the pack, not bad enough to tank, but not good enough to compete for a championship, and that's just where they are right now. It's like basketball purgatory.
Um, I'm giving a C as well for a weird reason because I could go B for for them like kind of just being able to tread any amount of water at all at this point in the season. I don't know if I expected them to be near 500, but then also just me being sad about like Dame's prime makes me want to drop them down to a D. So C in the middle for me. I'm just sad. Like the Dame's prime makes me sad. I really want him to, you know, I really want him to shine. Um, so on that note, the next we'll move on to something a little bit happier though. 3 weeks ago, shout out to Dirk Nowitzki by the way. He got his own Dallas Mavericks statue unveiled outside the stadium. Kudos to you, Dirk. I want to talk to you guys. Who, when they retire, is going to get a statue outside of their team's arena?
LeBron.
Besides LeBron.
You just talked
Shit.
about him.
Besides LeBron.
Damian Lillard.
Besides LeBron. Damian Lillard on the Blazers.
I think
Who?
Jokic will have one in Denver. Jokic is a
Hmm.
big
Hmm.
one. Luca as well. If he remains in Dallas for like the next 5 years or so, even if he ends up leaving later, I think Luca deserves one in Dallas
Giannis in Milwaukee
for sure.
will certainly deserve one.
Does Kyle Lowry
Uh,
get one?
I think
Ah,
that's such a tough question because Kawhi was by far and away the best player on that championship team, but Kyle Lowry,
that was the glue guy.
Raptors lifer.
You needed Kyle to get that done. Yeah, I'm gonna
I
say
think he
no
does.
because
Oh wow,
really, I don't
it's their
know.
only championship in
I
franchise
think
history,
I
and I
you know
don't think
what
you
you
can
know
give it
what
to Kawhi because he was
because
only there for 1 year.
I think the Toronto Raptors are one of those teams that will like they're one of those teams with a fan base that will live and die for one of their players. You know what I mean? And Kyle Lowry was that Raptor. So I if yes.
I hope
Yes.
he
Tough
gets
one.
one. I definitely hope he gets one. I don't know
Right.
how guaranteed it
Right.
is. He definitely played a
Oh,
major role.
we're idiots by the way. Steph.
Oh,
Duh.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah,
Steph's on there too. I'm an
Honestly,
idiot.
they might get a
If
top
he
three
stays,
statue, like Clay, Dre, and Steph together, like one giant 3-man statue
yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah, that'd be kind of fire, honestly. I'd be kind of into that. That'd be kind of cool. Um, if Greg Popovich retires, does he get a statue as a coach for San Antonio?
I don't know. I don't even think he cares,
Does
honestly.
He won't, but I think if it's San Antonio, he would. If it's San Antonio, he would. I
does
don't know
Tim
about
Duncan
national
have
media.
one?
Last one.
No,
I don't think so.
he deserves one.
I don't think so.
Huh.
That could be
I
another
don't think so.
situation where you could see Timmy, Manu, and Tony, like all together, like in
Yes,
something.
that one, 100%. At that point,
Okay.
then you're also
Okay.
putting Pop in there with them, in my opinion. You're putting Pop, Tony, Tim,
Yeah.
Manu right
Okay.
there.
Okay, hold on. I have a big one for you. What about Kevin Durant? Where does KD get a statue?
No,
I don't think he gets a statue
no.
anywhere, dog. If he
Damn.
well, so there's a second version of this game that I'm gonna play with you guys in just a second, because I do want to shout out Ja. If he plays a long enough time in Memphis, he's easily their statue player.
For
I
sure.
think he might already be their best player ever in Memphis history.
Shout out to Pau Gasol, though, man. He put up some numbers out there.
Shout out to Pow. That's what I was thinking of. But like
Yeah, it's
duh.
got.
So going into another certain number of teams, who is each team's all-time statue player? So right now we have the Bucks. Bucks all-time statue player.
How many rings did Oscar win?
One.
Yeah, just one.
Just the
When
one.
it's
It's
all
got
said
to.
and done, it'll be Giannis
It has to be. It
Okay.
has to be.
when it's all
Okay.
said and done. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
He already has
Um.
the all time scoring leader in points too out there in Milwaukee. Like he's gonna
Right.
keep adding to that resume.
Um. All-time statue player for the Suns.
Right now, I'm gonna say Charles Barkley. Right now, I think I don't
Not
know
Steve Nash.
if I don't
Your
possibly, but
two-time MVP.
I think from a talent standpoint, Charles Barkley was better to me from a pure talent standpoint.
Yeah.
So like Steve Nash, yes, he has two MVPs, but I feel like that's a little fluky just because of the other names that were in those mid 2000s that probably should have won MVP. Like Shaq,
Hmm.
Kobe, or D Wade, or potentially even LeBron at
Hmm.
that time. I don't like Steve Nash is a two-time MVP. More power to him, but I'm one of those guys that sits on the sideline. Like I don't know if he deserved back-to-back MVPs, let alone one.
Okay.
I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going Chuck.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to see when
Um.
they've made the finals, and I feel like that year against the Bulls was their
It
best
was
shot.
Chuck.
So I'm gonna go. I know they made it against the Bucks, but we know the Suns got injury lucky all year. I'm gonna give it to Barkley on that one.
Right. 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 Okay. I I have to give I'm a Steve Nash denier largely compared to the rest of my peers, but I think I have to give it to Steve Nash. Um, two-time MVP. The run and gun offense was an iconic offense. I can't help but say yes to that. Um, speaking of my Nets, who gets the Nets statue? Keep in mind, Julius Irving is already outside of the Spectrum Center in Philly.
Dr-
That goes off your KD question, Jer.
So, so I feel like this is tough.
There's only like one right answer in my head right now. Like
Is it
especially
For
Vince?
me too.
no, it's not Vince.
No,
It's J Kidd. I think it has to be J
it's
Kidd.
Jason Kidd.
Yeah, I think it has to be J Kidd.
See, I
Easily
know that
J
I
Kidd.
know that I know that as far as like helping Europeans feel like they belong in the NBA, Drazen Petrovic was a big factor in that.
That's an underrated pick. That's an underrated pick.
I,
Like that, like for Nets fans, Drazen would be like the Kyle Lowry pick for the Toronto
Yeah,
Raptors.
so
Like
that's
how
why.
Vince Carter would be, like Vince Carter, J Kidd, Toronto Raptors, Nets, and then right below them, um,
I, li-
Drazen,
I
Kyle Lowry,
like
that
it.
kind
I
of thing.
like it. But the only reason I say J Kidd over Drazen, not like that. It's not like there could only be one statue.
He's our MVP. Two
Yeah,
finals, dog.
two finals. He led the team to more wins. Is a top leader
Yeah,
in assists all time, and a lot of those highlight reels in my head that play on it, like it's on an endless loop, is when he was in New Jersey because I was down the street from everything.
Ke-
yeah.
Kenyon Martin never sniffed an All-Star team outside of J Kidd's influence.
Unfortunately,
Jesus.
you know, like,
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jason Kidd. Yeah, that's a
Unfortunately,
good one.
unfortunately, he made Kerry Kittles relevant. I love Kerry Kittles. I will not stand any Kerry Kittle slander. Um, okay, we only have a couple more of these. Um, the Clippers. Who gets a statue outside of crypto? Because the Lakers have been dominating the statue territory. They have Kareem. They have Magic.
aren't they moving?
Well, when
They're
they move
moving,
to
right?
into a dome, yeah, they are in 2 years.
So who gets a Clippers statue?
That's a tricky one. Uh,
I got like three names that I could just throw as
Do
possibilities.
I,
do we say Blake?
I
Yeah,
think I
Blake is
might.
one of them. Blake
Yeah.
is one of them.
And who else? CP?
No, I would say like Bob McAdoo.
Yes. Those are my
Um,
two.
Bob. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Those are
Okay.
my.
Bob McAdoo. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Yeah. I like.
that's all
It's
I
so
got.
sad to say, but okay. Okay. And then last one. Who gets the statue outside of Madison Square Garden?
Is there no statue right now?
I don't. So the list of statues include MJ and Scotty, Magic, Kareem, Jerry West, Julius Irving, George Mikan in front of the Target Center in Mini, Hakeem in Houston, and then Stockton and Malone. There ain't space in New York for a statue.
I don't know.
Plus, I don't know if I want
If they
if I want the
haven't,
commuters at a Penn Station to like deface that
if they
statue.
made, if they haven't made a statue yet, I don't know. I truly like don't know who would be good enough to get one.
It's got to be Patrick Ewing, like that
Or
should have got one. You know,
or oh, really? Willis Reed.
Willis Reed too. Yeah, shit. Walt Frazier.
Walt
Oh
Frazier.
yeah.
I would say that Willis Reed because like Walt Frazier is going to be slept on. I feel like Walt Frazier is slept on among like great point guards for some reason, and I don't know why.
Yeah, probably because even though he
Um,
played in the '60s and '70s, it's probably
If
not
you
as
want a
storied as
Celtic,
I
if you want a Celtic or you want a
even
Laker, yeah.
even even with like the 2K crowd, the 71 Knicks is a dirty 2K team. It's a crazy 2K team. But yeah, those are good big three. Okay, so we've all had our hot takes on this show. Me probably a little bit more than you guys. Um, it's a new year. This is our first episode after the New Year celebration. Our second episode after the New Year celebration. Um, and I did want to ask this last episode, but now I get a chance to. New Year's resolutions for takes, guys. What do we have? How are we approaching this new year? New year, new me. I'm sure that we all have things that we want to be better about in 2023. What can be better about our NBA takes? Who are we sleeping on? Who are we overrating? That we feel like we can improve upon in the new year.
mm.
I'm just gonna throw. I'm gonna throw this at the wall, and I'm gonna throw it from my boy Jerry. The Charlotte Hornets are going to land Victor Wembanyama.
Well, thank God.
I believe it. I believe 100%. I believe. Not a hot take, but I know it
So
percentages.
Tomer's going into manifestation. I Tomer's about to believe in crystals. Um,
I think we all need
Uh,
by the way,
just
guys,
evaluate.
my New Year's resolution is I'm gonna stop sleeping on Joel Embiid. I'm respect where respect is due. I'm gonna stop sleeping on Joel Embiid.
okay.
Gotta respect where respect is due. I need to stop underrating players because they haven't gone to a finals yet or anything like that.
Philly, do
Unless
you
I'm
hear
really
that?
being
God, wow,
Joel Embiid, I will stop shitting on you.
wow.
That's my New Year's resolution.
That
Happy New Year,
growth.
Joel.
That is growth. Wow, that's amazing.
I'm
Damn.
saying. I'm
Woo.
saying. Jerry saw that firsthand. All right, Jerry, you're up.
Man, it's kind
We're
of
about to give
hard.
Jerry a heart attack.
Yeah, man. Like you guys are just surprising me. I didn't think Tomera was gonna, you know, just go full blown preacher mode and just I'm manifesting Victor into like, yeah,
Speak it
Charlotte will be
into
jumping.
existence.
Yeah, hey, I hear you, man. Uh, damn, that's tough.
New Year's resolution. What take can you be better at as a sportscaster, Jerry?
I think I need to stop believing into what I thought teams were gonna be. That
Okay.
that kind of goes with the Clippers. Hell, we all kind
Okay.
of thought that the Nets were gonna be kind of bad, but hell, they still had two.
I have never been so happy to be so wrong.
Yeah, like hell, they have two top 10 offensive talents on their team. Why did we doubt the Nets when they have Kyrie Irving and KD? I get the drama, but from a talent aspect, they were great, right? Shit. Even me thinking that the Lakers are somehow going to be okay. Maybe that's just some fan faith in there, but it's for sure fan faith actually. But just actually being realistic about some of these things rather than being a little too opinionated about it. Like like I think that'll be my
Okay.
take. I even thought Charlotte was going to be, somewhat decent and not shit. Sorry, but we have like 11 or 12 wins, and I am not happy. It's tough. It is rough.
So,
Rough.
so just to clarify, are we asking for? Are you asking for resolutions or like hot take? What exactly are you looking
Resolutions
for
for yourself. Resolutions for yourself.
for
As a
For
myself?
yourself as a
basketball mind,
sportscaster.
as a basketball mind
As
too.
a basketball mind. So I was not going to mention it because what you said was so nice to Jerry. But what what hot take can you be more nuanced at? Like who have you been overrating that you're like, okay, it's a new year, new me. I have fresh eyes. I've gotten better as a sportscaster?
That's tough.
And that's why I said what I said, because we had so much hype for the Clippers, like we mentioned earlier in this episode, that I think I have to let that go. Because the West
Okay.
is so deep and it's so tough that I'm kind of expecting for Ty Lue and those boys to whip back into shape come April to get ready for a postseason run. When realistically, injuries just won't go away. You just gotta hope that they somehow, like, subside, but that's not the reality of things.
Yep.
So that's why I feel like I need to, take that next step and put my microscope on teams that I have as my favorites or that
That's
My
are
fair,
man
on
said.
my
Tommy.
radars. No, it's
My
not.
man said when
I get
my
it.
man said when teams tell you who they are, believe them.
Yes,
Damn.
that is exactly what I'm saying to you. So, man,
Damn.
like, seriously, like
Oh
the Clippers can't stay healthy. The
no, I
Nets
know,
look
I know.
fantastic.
Yeah, I
The
know.
Kings are a top four
The
seed.
Kings are top four seed. Shit.
I don't. I don't. That's so hard. I'm gonna stop.
Humble yourself, Tomir.
Mm, I'm going to, I guess, decrease or lower the amount of criticism for superstars in systems that I don't particularly like. Um,
Ooh.
I guess
Okay.
I like a very team oriented game, and I don't. I think stars who like a lot of ISO basketball just turn me off, and I guess it's not that I can't appreciate greatness. I just prefer more of a team basketball. But I think in the
Yeah,
era that
It's
we're
more
in,
fun to watch. Beautiful game.
but I also think in the era that we're in, there's so much individual talent um, that it's hard to not appreciate. So I'm going to reduce the amount of, I guess, criticism and distaste I have for certain play styles and just enjoy basketball more. Let's just say that.
Okay. Okay. Listen, all three of us grew up in the early mid 2000s where hero ball was a big thing and it was kind of ugly.
Yeah.
Like it was not fun to watch. We thought Josh Howard was a sustainable all-star for some reason
no, we did
in this
not.
era.
No, we did not.
Voters did. Voters did. Voters did. Voters did.
Josh
So,
Allen. No.
so good on you, Tomer. That's good for you. Well, we're spoiled with such good basketball, right? We can talk about the refs and the fouls all we want, but people have been aping off of like Popovich's early 2010s model and the Warriors model to create this beautiful flowing game that kids today need to realize how ugly the game was in the early 2000s. It was
It
disgusting.
was gritty. It was
It
tough.
was not fun to watch.
It
It
was
was as gritty as the TVs we watched it on. Like it was so bad.
the TVs with the fat backs on them.
Yeah, dog. Like oh god. Like AI was so fun to watch. Every other member of that Sixers team,
Oh, they were
as
trash.
soon as the ball touched their as soon as the ball touched their hands, I was like, I want to turn off the game.
Bro,
I'm like,
passing to Eric Snow and George Lynch in a washed up Dikembe Mutombo.
that's what I'm saying. So if we have that sort of thing now, we know that the pieces around them are better. I like that take, Tomer. That's good.
That's nice.
Um, okay. Speaking of, with Paolo Banchero possibly becoming an All Star this year, probably becoming an All Star this year, I want to talk about rookie All Stars. Now, I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock, and I just want you guys to name as many rookie All Stars as you can name throughout NBA history.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna be good at this. No, I'm not.
So there's
What,
one, two,
what
three,
do you?
four,
Okay.
five. So that's 15. Whoa. So dating back to like the 60s, there have been one, two, three, four, 25
Damn.
all-star
25 rookie
rookies.
All Stars?
It's it's more than y'all thought, right?
In a
Wow.
76
Okay.
game
More than
history.
more than y'all thought. All right?
Okay.
Ready? Three, two, one, go.
Will Chamberlain.
No.
Blake
Kareem.
Griffin.
Kareem and Blake Griffin are correct.
Okay.
Tim Duncan.
Uh, Yeah.
Yes.
Michael Jordan,
Uh,
Yep.
Larry Bird,
Correct.
Magic
Magic
Johnson,
Johnson,
Yep.
James Worthy,
Bill James,
James Worthy is not on there.
Bill Russell.
Dating back to the '60s, Bill Russell was not a rookie in the '60s.
Fuck. Oh shit.
You have 20 seconds left.
Bill Walton,
Uh, no.
David Robinson,
Yes.
Dominique Wilkins.
No.
Fuck.
Scotty.
Kevin McHale.
Scotty, no. Mikhail, no. And we are at 1 minute. So, um, we have
I think we got like 8.
you named seven: Kareem, Blake, Duncan, MJ, Magic, Larry, and David Robinson. Here's who you missed: Yao Ming, Grant Hill,
Shaq is probably on that list too.
Shaq, Dikembe Mutombo, the 91-92 Denver season, the 8th seed Nuggets, that season, him on the floor, that season.
Yeah.
We have Pat Ewing. We have Hakeem joining MJ in the '85 class of rookies. In
Keem.
the West, we
Uh,
have Ralph Sampson. We have Isaiah Thomas. We have Buck Williams, Bill Cartwright, Walter Davis, Alvin Adams, Jim McDaniels, Sidney Wicks. Jerry, you don't have to remember who these people are, I promise you.
I'm just
John Johnson, Jeff Petrie, and the big one, and the linchpin to my Rockets all-time team, Elvin Hayes in '68 and '69.
okay. So there's a
Um,
gray area between most of those names. They're just like,
oh no! I did not expect you guys to get all 25. There's some garbage on here. Not to say garbage. I probably could not play against Sidney Wicks, but it's me, and I'm 5.5 feet tall. So you know, but one of the names that surprised me was Wes Unseld,
ah,
not on here, and yet he won the MVP his rookie year.
that's ass backwards.
he won
But
Rookie of
okay.
the Year,
Isn't that
MVP,
crazy?
and no All Star. Wow. Huh.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Hmm,
Isn't that wild?
crazy.
Fun basketball fact for you
My
guys.
man must have had the greatest second half of all
Um,
time.
in any case, I guess. I guess. So anyway, moving on. Uh, one last thing before we go into our all-time team draft. We have a lot of teams on the 500 bubble. A lot of teams on the 500 bubble. Um, which one of them breaks through? I want one pick from each of you guys.
You already know.
And I would say like the Kings, Mavs, um, Pacers, like they're kind of safe from this. I want to say we'll say within 3 games of 500.
What's the question? Which one of them break past 500? You're saying?
We we, we have a bunch of teams like within 3 games of 500.
Right.
Which I want y'all to pick one that's going to break through to be like a top 3 seed, multi playoff round team.
I know what my New Year's resolution was. Just a couple minutes ago, and I feel like this
Hmm.
team has showed us what they are, especially on the road. But
Hmm.
I think I have to go Warriors. It, me personally, I can't see them being this bad come mid March, right? Like they've got to figure this out sooner. Steph Curry just came back, right? I know they got blown out by the Suns when he came back, and he had an off shooting night, but you kind of expected it's rust. He has a shoulder injury. He'll figure it out. I just
Hmm.
can't see them being under 500 by the time March rolls around. If they're under 500 by the time March rolls around, I think hell froze over because that's going to be kind of crazy to even see with
Hmm.
all those guys on
Hmm.
roster still too. Like I'm gonna go Golden State for my one.
So
Okay,
did anyone have
Tamer.
Jerry breaking his resolution within 5 minutes? I didn't have that.
Hey, man, come on, man.
That
I'm
team
just
has
saying,
shown you who they
J-
are. They are an unathletic team who
Jerry, Jerry,
relies
Jerry,
heavily on
Jerry,
Steph. They've shown
You
you
know,
they're three
Jerry's
and
Jerry's
sixteen
one of
on the
those people that go to
road.
the gym for the first 2 weeks of the new year.
hey, I work out every day, damn it.
I know you do.
I
They
don't
have
know,
a
man.
worse road
Calisthenics.
record than the Houston Rockets.
It's
Jesus,
Are you
It's worse than the
serious?
league. It's worse
that's
than the league. It's
bad,
worse than the league.
Jerry. That's bad.
It's the
I did
worst in the
not. I
NBA.
did not.
Three and
I did not
16.
think about that. That's really bad.
You know, okay, can I change this?
Your Charlotte Hornets have twice as many wins on the road than the Warriors do.
Are you telling me the Hornets are more likely to break out than the Warriors told me?
Oh no, I'm just giving you stats.
Oh man. Oh, you know what? I'll repick later. Who is yours? That's what I want to know. I'll repick later, man. Okay.
I mean, so it's tough because I don't think I really don't know if any of these teams can get a top three seed. Um,
Can we say top five or a playoff team without having to play the
Well,
game?
we'll say multi-round playoff team potential. Like who makes it like past the first round at the very least. Maybe
that's
like a
within
top
3 games of
five
500.
seed. Sure. Let's do it. Yeah.
Uh, I mean the Clippers and Suns will get to a second round for sure. Um,
Mhm.
Warriors. Um, I'm just gonna go on a limb and I'm gonna say the Miami Heat. They're 22 and 20. They
Okay.
haven't looked great, but I still believe in Spo and Jimmy as a number one. Um, it's I'm not happy with the pick, but I think of the teams within 3 games of 500, I also don't want to pick the Clippers because that's too homer. I cover them. I feel like it's too
That's
easy.
fine. That's fine.
But I would just guess the
Yeah.
Heat. I think they'll make a run in the second half of the season.
Okay. Um, with a shout out to the Hawks because I really want Trey Young and Dejounte Murray to work together. Um, I am going to end up picking the Suns. My headphones really reacted to that take, by the way. Um, yeah, my like with, with respect to the Hawks because I want Trey and Dejounte to work. I think you got to pick the Suns. Like they were a finals team. Uh, they have the roster, the personnel to do it. I just had like they're not living up to their potential, and I think that they're a more dependable bet than the Warriors were or are right
I don't
now.
know, man. I feel like honestly, Tomer might have won this round because when I look at the Suns, I kind of feel as if we're looking at the same type of show. Like obviously, injuries have
We are,
decimated the
but the same type of show I think is still still has a Western Conference Final ceiling at the least.
Sure, but
Okay.
that team is also a team
Yeah,
just waiting to flame
same
out.
type of show.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's
That's also true.
kind of in the
I'll give it to
group.
Tomer. Yeah, the Heat are a great pick.
Yeah.
Like
So when I look at the
you
Suns
know,
and Warriors, it's the same type of scheme. I'm looking at Devin Booker to take them as far as possible. We're looking at the Warriors as Steph Curry to take them as far as possible.
I
It's
mean,
kind of the
I gave
same
you,
show that we're
I
watching.
gave you
Almost.
shit for,
Yeah.
I gave you shit for the Warriors pick. Defending champions, you got to give them some respect. I think that it's not a bad pick. I just
that's
think
true.
this year though they've lost a lot of the
That's true too.
athleticism they've had, and they've kind of shown us who they are. They're just without Steph, they're not much, unfortunately.
I also just like the Suns' surrounding roster around Devin Booker more than I like the Warriors roster around Steph in a vacuum. Like
Really?
Yeah. I'm not.
I'm in love with Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson and DeAndre Ayton over whichever center of the week the Warriors have that day. And then CP is CP.
Yeah, put some
So
And
respect
you
on
know what
Kevon
though?
Looney's name, my guy.
Yeah, like
Come on now.
Aiden is too inconsistent for me to really believe in.
too inconsistent, but like him, Kevon Looney. Who are you picking?
We're talking about to
Who
play.
are you picking?
We're talking about to play their role or to be a franchise player. Because Kevin Looney plays the hell out of his
To,
role, man.
all right, that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Kevon
That's a
Looney
fair
gave you
point.
a 20,
That's
20,
fair.
20 rebound NBA Finals game.
Listen, I understand, and I own Kevon Looney in fantasy. I love Kevon Looney, but I maybe that should be my New Year's resolution. Stop having faith in DeAndre Ayton. Maybe that's what I'm holding out for. Um, but all right. I mean, that's all for me. We have a historical team draft. Whose turn is it to pick this time around?
I think it's
I
yours.
think it's yeah.
Is it mine?
I think it's no, Julian.
Let me see what
It's
the
mine that
order is.
comes back,
Let's see
and
what
like
the
I get
order
the
is.
third round. I get the third pick, right? Um. Ooh, let's do. I want to do one that's like stacked. Um.
Wait, I
Nah,
want to see if
let's
there's
do the
another one.
Knicks.
The Knicks.
Yeah, let's do the Knicks.
All right.
It's actually me this time.
Okay, go pick,
But
go pick.
but no,
Because
it's
I
fine.
know,
It's
like
fine.
I'm
I was just checking the order. It's fine. We'll do next. We'll do next. Go for it.
all right.
I was just curious.
Knicks. Um, I'll pick third. Who picked first last time? You, Tomer?
I think it was me.
Uh,
It was you. All right.
no, you picked the team last time, Jerry. You couldn't have gone first.
Oh, okay. I went last then.
Did Who picked Rockets last time?
I thought it was
Oh, I picked it.
you
You
picked
picked
up.
Rockets?
I thought I picked up.
Yeah,
Oh,
No, it was Julian who picked Rockets. Yeah. So
yeah.
and then in
I
that
picked the Rockets.
one,
Tomer, pick your team.
oh, who have we gone through?
Pick a team. I'll go first. You go third, Tomer, and then Jerry goes second.
We've gone through the Thunder, the Celtics, the Clippers, and the Rockets. Uh, that's tough. Because whichever one I pick, I go what, second or third? What do I go?
Third.
you get the snake though, so you get two guys. I'm
Yeah,
wedged in the middle this time, so you'll be good.
just where he wants to be. Pause. Sorry.
Come on, man. This is a kid show.
Is it?
I don't know.
Uh,
It has me on it, Jerry. What do you mean this is a kids show?
You look like no.
You're not wrong.
oh,
No,
damn.
Tomer, he's right. He's right. This beanie was a bad choice, and I have a cartoon crown on my shirt. Like it's a Basquiat, but it's still a cartoon looking crown. So like the parents will be like, "Oh, it's a
Damn.
child."
I got hit him with the alley oop. Um, let's
Trading
just
body blows out here with
let's
Jerry.
go. Let's go. I don't want to pick this franchise though.
Oh, do it, Tommy. Come on, let's do it.
Why are we?
Let's go. Let's go. San Antonio Spurs.
Okay, I'll take Tim
Ooh-wee.
Duncan.
Duh.
I'll take Tim Duncan. Duh.
Man, all right, give me David Robinson. I'll take his counterpart.
All right,
Oof. Can
You
you pick a
know,
this is
coach as
done.
Can you pick a coach as a player?
We're not picking coaches, Tomer.
uh, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. We're only talking about their Spurs tenure, correct?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll go Tony Parker.
Okay.
Oh, this is so brutal. I'm gonna go Manu Ginobili.
Oh, you got the
I
backcourt
was hoping.
set. Backcourt.
Yeah, I was hoping. I have one point guard in mind, and I really hope.
No, I'm not taking a point guard. I'm taking Kawhi.
Yeah.
That's cool. Um, I do have to take him.
Kawhi,
I'm gonna take George Gervin.
George
Fuck
Gervin.
you. Good pick.
Um, oh God, we really fall
Hey,
off.
fun story though. When
Oh
I met
shit,
George Gervin in Charlotte in All Star Weekend,
that's
Iceman,
badass.
coolest guy I ever met, bro. Like,
I'm sure that he's cool as hell.
just like his nickname, bro.
That's actually. Hey Jerry, that's pretty sick actually.
A
Um,
dope ass story. What the hell?
uh, oh God.
Hey, oh, you're back up again. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, he's sick.
Yeah. George Gervin.
I'm like writing down names and shit, trying trying to figure out. Wait,
Give me, give me. Damn it. Give me Bruce Bowen.
No, get
Why
the
are
out
you
of here,
doing this shit,
bro.
bro? Literally the top two guys I had written down on this motherfucking book. Sorry. It's a kid show.
The kid just stole your cookies, Jerry.
Fuck you, man.
Uh,
I'm trying
that
to. All right,
was my top option. Now, wait, is it me or is it Jerry?
it's me.
Jerry.
Oh, good thing I didn't say anything.
He fucked me though. 'Cause he took my both both Dice Man and Bruce Bowen were like circled. It was like boom. But those are the only two names I had on the paper that I didn't have yet.
First pick coming in strong.
All right. Let me just think here. Now it's like the list just got very small for me.
Very small. I still have my point guard. I'm hoping that you guys don't take him,
I mean, I have a point guard already, so I'm pretty much good.
and if not, I'll have to think creative. Oh, good point, Jerry.
He
You
doesn't
don't
have
have
a
to do
point guard
that.
yet.
I don't think I don't think I'm gonna think
I understand that.
who you're talking about though. Honestly.
Manu, 7, Bruce Bowen. This is pick number 3.
This is tough, man.
You picked a tough team, dude.
Yeah, I know,
We really fall off
I know.
like a bit of a cliff here.
All right, somebody might have to Google me on this.
Okay.
And I don't even know how good he was if he did play there. But I'm gonna say Artis Gilmore because I feel like Artis Gilmore played in San Antonio like after
I
Chicago.
remember Artis Gilmore being. I only remember him. I remember Kentucky Colonels Artis Gilmore, weirdly enough, and Bulls Artis Gilmore. Do you want me to check?
I
I'm
want
checking
you to
right
check
now.
real.
Artist Gilmore
No,
played
no, no, no,
one,
no.
two,
I'll I'll
three,
I'll
four,
I'll, I'll
five
check
years
afterwards,
there.
and then we'll
What
5 years.
5? Fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
he's a
All right,
center.
that's fine. Yeah.
can't think of another
Take
name.
Artis.
Take
Take
him out.
Artis. I get it. I get it.
Okay, so you took Artist Gilmore. I'm gonna go. I think I gotta go. Um, Sean Elliott for my small forward.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Now I'm debating if I should just play small here,
I
or
forgot
actually
about Sean
play
Elliott.
big.
Yeah, I did too.
Uh,
I forgot about Sean Elliott. Jesus. I have a big. I think I have one more big that I want to pick.
so I was always planning on Sean Elliott, and whoever took Kawhi, I was just gonna take Sean Elliott if Kawhi went. But yeah.
Okay.
Um,
That's an underrated pick. Good for you. Good for you, Tomer. That's a good one.
I'm like drawing blanks. I'm just looking at
Jerry, I
the
know who he
row.
wants at point guard. I know who he wants at point guard. Don't let him get this guy.
I can't think.
Uh, just think recent Spurs.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not thinking about him.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, all right.
No, no,
Um,
no, no. I'm really not. I'm really not. I swear to God.
so I have Sean Elliott, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. I'm gonna play small.
You really try.
I'm gonna go. What?
No, I hate you, Tomer. It's called collusion. I'm
Yeah,
being
I mean,
colluded
you
against.
took Tim Duncan with so much disrespect that it upset me. Oh, Tim Duncan.
I
Ugh.
understand. Julian is a disrespectful ass motherfucker though, if we're being honest.
Yeah, like
So
I like we know you have
This
the
is a
number one
kids
pick. Don't
show.
rub it in our face.
no, my bad, my bad. I love the kids.
Um, are we allowed to play
Yeah,
small ball? Are we allowed to go semi-positionless, kind of?
I'm cool with
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So Jerry, I'm gonna be honest. Who Tomer just named for the point guard, I sincerely wasn't thinking about, and I'm really mad that I didn't think about him
Yeah,
because
I mean,
I know you're gonna think him.
yeah, I need
There,
him.
there's
I
only there's
don't
only two there's
I
only
get it.
two guys you be thinking of. There's only two guys. Especially because he said it's a point
Look,
guard. There's only two guys.
I know of 2 point guards in my head right now. The more recent one and the one with the real cool voice, kinda. And he coached at Alabama after he after he.
Got him.
What?
Look at this guy. What? I'm gonna go DeMar
That's his
DeRozan
poker face.
with my pick.
Demar?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes my decision easier.
Yeah, I like that.
That makes my decision a lot easier.
Give me DeJounte Murray though. I'm doing DeJounte.
Of course, I'm taking Avery Johnson.
Told you. I
Avery
told you.
Johnson
Only two people it could
basketball.
have been.
Alabama. uh, and then for my 4, I'm gonna slide Tim Duncan over to the 5, and then take Lamarcus at the 4.
Okay. Uh,
There's not a lot left with the centers. Who
you
is?
know, since the Spurs are going to get the number one pick and draft Wembanyama, I'm gonna take Victor Wembanyama. No, okay, all right.
Nope.
What?
No.
Hey man,
Excuse me?
No.
we're manifesting. We're manifesting, right? Come on.
I
Okay,
thought you
go
wanted to
ahead.
use Charlotte.
You want to use that? You want to use your manifestation card and take him away from the Hornets? Be my guest,
Yeah,
Jerry.
Oh,
sure.
man,
All
please,
you.
anything but that.
You
uh,
dummy.
I got one more pick, man. Shit. Let's see. We got Robinson, Kawhi, Gilmore, DeJounte. Could really use the 2, man. Could really use one.
Jerry, I really like that front court. That's a good front court. Oh my god.
Yeah, but and then it's like I like my team, but I don't know.
No, no,
Would you? Would you?
Just
Would you entertain a trade?
we don't do trades in here.
We do now. If Jerry wants to.
it
If
depends on
Jerry wants to,
it depends on what you offer him, man. Let's talk.
he's gonna give you some. He's gonna give you some doo doo garbage.
Is David Robinson available for either Tony Parker or Ginobili?
No, I'm sorry, I can't do that. He's better than both. I can't do that. I
Yeah,
can't.
there's
I'm
no
sorry.
guards available though.
I'm good, man. You can't sweet talk me into this one, man. I don't know what you be doing out there on that LA strip, but this ain't the Hollywood walk, man. I'm good. I'm good on that.
This is a kids show, Jerry.
My bad, man. Hey, I love the kids, man. Uh,
You gotta
I love them kids.
this is tough, man.
stop.
See, what really fucked me was when Julian took with his back-to-back picks, like George Gervin and
George Gervin and Bruce Bowen.
that really like, oh shit, wow, he was thinking about them.
By the way, I'm fully authorizing Bruce Bowen to use 6 fouls on drop kicks on every single one of your teams.
Absolutely not,
He's going full enter the dragon on both of y'all's rosters. He's
man.
going full Wally Serbiak. It's
You know what?
the
I
greatest,
really I'm
one of the
drawing
greatest NBA
blanks.
highlights of all time.
I'm just drawing blanks right now, and like I don't think I could play that small by drafting that other guy. So I am just going to say Danny Green just to be done with this. He had like
That's
a
fine.
ridiculously high 3-point streak in the finals. I will
That's
take
fine.
Danny Green.
Yeah.
I want to thank you
If you're
guys.
blanking, you're blanking.
I want to thank you guys for leaving me the Spurs player. I need to the center. I know he's forgotten about. I'm gonna take Dennis Rodman with my final pick in a big
Oh,
man spot.
that's a good pick.
That's a good one.
Hey, that's a good pick, Tomer.
That's a
I
good one.
Human
I, I had
ice cream cone, Dennis Rodman. Good for you, man. That's a good one. That's a
yeah,
good one,
it
Yo,
was
bro.
Steve
it was
Kerr.
Good
either
Steve
for you.
Kerr's still on the board, man. We forgot about Steve.
What do they say during the all-time All-Star draft? They're like, "Spot up, Stevie. Spot up, Stevie."
And what about we
All
forgot
right,
about Wash T Mac too? Damn rats.
right,
bro. That man.
right,
We didn't ask for a 12th man. We asked for an all time draft.
right, 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 right. Okay, let's run through our rosters. I'll go first. I mean, you don't get much greater than Tim Duncan, and if you're doubling him in the post, passes out to LaMarcus Aldridge, one of the greatest scorers of all time in George Gervin. Bruce Bowen, like as great of a defender as he was an underrated 3-point shooter on top of that too. And Avery Johnson, um, floor general. I can't say anything more. So come at me.
Cool. Yeah, I have David Robinson, obviously Tim Duncan's counterpart, but also dropped 70 in a game before, has a couple scoring titles. Kawhi Leonard, Finals MVP in 2014, obviously blossomed into a real two-way player later on. Artis Gilmore, I don't even know how I pulled that shit out of my ass. I just remember reading it somewhere back whenever. So, um,
Depending on when he played for the Spurs, that could be a dangerous.
yeah,
That could be a dangerous thing. But if it was like Hakeem on the Raptors, Artist Gilmore, like that type of thing, then I'm not really that worried.
yeah, like I need to look that up. But anyway,
Yeah.
DeJounte Murray, obviously a savant defensively, loves what he does, playing passing lanes or just a lockup all ball defender. Then we have another guy that can do the same thing in Danny Green, and also is a very efficient 3-point shooter, especially back in the San Antonio days. So I'm happy with my squad.
And for my squad,
Go
I
ahead,
got
Tomer.
Tony Parker at the 1, Manu Ginobili at the 2, two staples in San Antonio Spurs history, uh, multiple championships there. At the 3, I got Sean Elliott. I decided to go a little small with my roster this time. I got DeMar DeRozan at the 4, and I got Dennis Rodman, rebounding machine, at the 5. So Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili,
Oh,
Sean
DeMar
Elliott,
DeRozan's your four?
DeMar DeRozan, and Dennis Rodman. Yeah.
Oh, if this were like a schoolyard like lunch period fight, me and Jerry's teams are going immediately.
Just kick it down low, man.
I like you desperately needed Dennis Rodman then. That makes a lot of sense
Yeah.
because good lord.
Yeah, I got the best
She's
rebounder
like,
of the
Okay.
bunch, but that's all I got.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no,
Buddy,
no.
go
Like
look.
Dennis Rodman is
Hold
like
on.
I understand the numbers. I understand the numbers, Tomer. Do not be sleeping on David Robinson and Tim Duncan like that. Don't do that.
I'm not. I will
Don't do
just say
that.
Dennis Rodman with the Spurs averaged, you ready? 17 and a half rebounds and 17 rebounds.
Listen, Tomer, I
like,
understand, but you can't be not against Tim Duncan and David
Well,
Robinson. You
here's
can't
my
be doing
question.
that.
Did Robinson ever do that?
no,
Did
I'm looking
Duncan
at
ever
I mean,
do
Artis
you're
that?
not
Gilmore.
again.
I'm looking at Artis Gilmore's stats right now to make sure he was relevant, and he looked pretty
This
solid.
guy's he's still on Artist Gilmore.
Wait, Jerry with a non-second. By the way, guys, Artist Gilmore
Yeah.
ain't half bad.
Hey, he made 2 All-Star teams in San Antonio for the latter part of his career. Okay, he did his thing.
Tim Duncan never had averaged more than 12 rebounds a game, and David Robinson never averaged more
That's
than
fine.
13 rebounds a game. My guy's got 2 of
Listen, I
17. I'm not saying he's a better
I
listen.
player. He's not the better player at all, but he's a better rebounder, and that's what I need.
I all
I
I'm
will
saying. I
say
think I
though,
think to
your teams are better. I will say that for this one. I'm not as happy with my teams. I think I have speed. I have the athleticism, but not great on height. So
yeah, the size really like messed you up a little bit. Um, Other than that, though, I think I'm good, man. This has been another great episode of I Got Next. In my opinion, I think I did great.
yeah, I think you're awesome, man. I think everybody did their thing, man. I just
Thank you,
appreciate
Jerry.
you. I appreciate you though on the report card grades. When you said the Clippers are on the list, I was high key shitting my pants. Like, please don't ask me about the Hornets. I don't want to talk about them right now on these report cards. So I appreciate you, Julian. You're a changed man this year. You're awesome for now until you.
Shout out to you, Joel Embiid.
Shout out to Joel Embiid, man. And plus, please, please don't go back to that shit. And also, stop shitting on Donovan Mitchell. That's another guy that you need to appreciate a
Okay,
little more.
okay, Donovan Mitchell was on my like my New Year's resolution list. I understand. I get it.
Awesome.
I understand.
Jerry,
70's no joke.
Jerry, try to have your resolutions last longer than 5 to 10 minutes, please. Please.
I mean, dude, they're the defending NBA champions, man. Like, you got to take them out of that like bracket, out of that requirement box. They're in a different type of box, man.
Just
Come on.
remember what you said. Just remember what you said. When a team shows you
Hey,
who they
this this
are, believe them.
this has the energy of like I'll go to the gym tomorrow. It's fine.
Oh, that was me
I did
like
my
an hour
cardio. I
ago.
walked to the coffee shop.
Ladies and gentlemen, this
That's the
has
energy
been
of this
another
room today.
episode of I Got.
All right.
I appreciate you for listening, tuning in. It's been wonderful. Tune in next week.